Good evening, TheoTrade. This is Corey Rosenblum, and we are watching the Theo Night Video for the 1st of August here in 2023. And we are going to talk about the good, the flat, and the volatile in tonight's video. Let's start with the good. We'll do some swing stock scanning. We'll, of course, look at this week ahead. There are some big earnings, and we'll talk about that. And to cap the week off, we have the monthly jobs report. These are the good: Caterpillar, Advanced Micro, Broadcom, Ford, Charter, Accenture, Meta, and Cisco. Where are some of the bad? The ones that declined in today's session: Target, US Bancorp, Tesla, another low for Verizon, and some of the others. Amazon is down. They're down 1%. And the bulk of stocks in today's session, let's take a peek at our Visualize tab, are mostly flat. A little bit of weakness over here in Amazon, Tesla, Apple, mainly your monsters of tech, but there was strength in some of the names. So it is a split day, a little bit more of a down session than not. But we're going to talk about the good, the bad, flat, I should say, and the volatile, and the week ahead. So the market is stalling. It's been a 2 range day in a row. Taking a look at our intraday chart, and that's 2 range days and 2 chop, slop, sideways intraday sessions. That's the broader market. But taking a look at individual sectors, there has been movement in this week. Not much to say about financials. We'll take a little intraday move here. Technology has another bull breakout. Some of the names, and we'll talk about Amazon, mainly Apple, and the other major reports coming out this week. And that'll be later in this week. So materials, flat, industrials, a little bit to the upside. Energy was a big standout. Yesterday saw crude oil with a good bid and a break to the upside to 82. We saw a potential sell-off, but that took the price right back to the top. And otherwise, staples weak. That's one of the weakest stocks or weakest sectors this week going forward. Right there with healthcare. That's XLP and XLV. And the weakest in today's session, we see it right there on the tape at the bottom of the screen, was utilities. Let's peek at those. Let's talk about some of the volatile. And in today's session, there were some volatile stocks. But utilities is down at those lows and actually is, for a sector, weaker on the year. So utilities does remain the weakest sector. Right there with healthcare. Healthcare is flat in 2023 at the moment. Staples, for the most part, a little bit unchanged, flat. Energy has been down for the bulk of the year and is getting a bid just recently with crude. So that's something we're watching closely because inflation is on deck. And the broader picture for inflation has been going down. But we see crude oil rallying from 68 to today's high of 82. And that's taken place through the month of June. And that is a volatile. We don't see crude do moves like that frequently, but it does happen. The most recent move being around about March took oil prices, crude oil futures, at least from 68 back to about 83 or 84. That's about where they are now. While we're on commodities, looking at gold. Gold is relatively unchanged in 2023, which, just looking at how it started the year and how it is mid-year, volatile, yes, up, down, but ultimately flat. That's mainly the theme of tonight's video. Flat, sideways, unchanged. But that there are opportunities within that consolidation. So outside of our NASDAQ end, a little bit in the S&P and the technology sector, XLK, and that's up a large percent. Just a quick peek on the performance. Roughly speaking, XLK is up about 40%. And Y, which is consumer discretionary, up about 32%. Broader market, take a look at the SPX broader market, around 20%. That is the good. But again, it's not all bullish. The Russell is slightly up, and the Dow Mini or the Dow Jones Index has been flat for the bulk of 2023. So that is what we're looking at. Let's talk about some of the other flat stocks other than the 2 trading sessions so far. So this is a quick scan, and a quick scan just takes us into the ADX, and I look at the ADX as a scan. I can do this on the scan chart, but I'll take a look at it here, kind of show this and pull this chart forward. There is the ADX average directional index, and we're looking at stocks that have a low ADX in the S&P 100. Why does that matter? A stock, when you're scanning it with a low average directional index, ought to be sideways, flat. So flat is the name of the game for the market for summer and these stocks. So looking at those, Citigroup is going to be the flattest of the flat in 2023 at least, via the ADX. Texas Instruments also flat. American Tower, flat. Dow Chemical, not Dow Jones, Dow Chemical, sideways. And Cisco also sideways. Honeywell and the like. Now, why do we look at these stocks? What are the importance of sideways stocks? Unlike trending stocks, and I tend to focus and put a lot of my trades into the trending stocks, and those would just be stocks making new 52-week highs. Linde, Caterpillar snuck to the top side as well. Just take a quick peek at Caterpillar. This is actually a sideways stock that broke to the upside on some earnings in the morning session. But outside of that, the other equation or the other scan is strong stocks getting stronger. And I spent a lot of time in the videos or in the afternoon sessions and some of the trades focusing on that. Not in tonight's video. We're looking at sideways moves. So just the exact opposite. These stocks are considered to be in a trading range, not in a trend. And therefore, we want to think about mean reversion. What is that? Simple terms. Sell short at the top of a range, try to find the bottom of the range, and that would be your long positions and your short positions. Where would the target be? These stocks would fit into a sideways distribution, and the midpoint being, in this example, about 170. So this would consider or be considered range fading strategies. Might not be as exciting or thrilling or give you something to talk about at the water cooler when you're trading Meta or trading Amazon or trading stocks like that. But it's consistent, it's slow, steady gains. It's not thrilling. It may not even be exciting, but it is and can be very consistently profitable. Just playing mean reversion, and that would put your short positions at the top of a trading range and the exit or the target at the middle. If you find the market at the lower bound, that would give a long or a bull type of position to trade back to the middle. Again, think mean reversion. And all of these stocks would count in that mean reversion type of scenario. Boring, flat, sideways, but that's about what the market is doing outside of the exciting and the grand water cooler discussion of technology stocks. Whether you're long them or short them, they are in move. They are volatile. That's the other side of tonight's video. The good, the flat, and the volatile. And those would be in that category. But we don't want excitement in the summertime, at least with our portfolios and some of the swing trades. So these stocks, and again, what they are low ADX or other ways to find compressed, consolidated, or sideways stocks. And as a swing trader and intraday trader, the same logic we would apply to a range day in the equity futures or in any particular stock would work just as well on the bigger picture with stocks that aren't really moving much at all. Again, the trades would be short from the range high, long from those range lows. Just looking for short-term swings, the trades could last about 1 to 2 weeks, and prefer to do that with options or spreads. So as the summer continues and as the volume continues to get lighter and as the range of the market gets a little bit smaller, some of the key stocks are not going to be the excitement. It's going to be the slow consistency of trading a balance or a range stock and using those range trading tactics. But before we go talking the good, the flat, and the volatile, last week had a lot of earnings, and it had the Federal Reserve And at the end of the week on Friday, we had the PCEPI, which is our inflation data. Inflation was a little bit cooler or better than expected, and that sent the market back to the highs after the surprise sell-off, and a violent sell-off, a volatile sell-off on Thursday's trading session. We are making it through Caterpillar, Baidu, Pfizer, Starbucks. Tomorrow shows ADP non-farm payrolls, not the same as the monthly jobs report. That's a big report. Could be a volatile session. That's coming up Friday. But you see it, I see it. The big names are going to be on Thursday. So Thursday could be a major market mover. Right behind Thursday is Friday's jobs report. That's because Apple, Amazon, Coin, and Square. But it is down to Apple, Amazon, and we'll have some interest in Qualcomm, maybe PayPal, Shopify, and then CVS. Other stocks on Friday, not big names, we'll be trading frequently here in TheoTrade. Certainly would, and these stocks and these names and positions would be available right before with butterflies, but preferably after the earnings. So flat Monday, flat Tuesday, going to probably see a volatile Thursday and Friday, and let's hope it's a good trading session. As always, be careful and safe. This is Corey Rosenblum with tonight's Theo video update for August 1st, 2023.